Well, hello everyone. The microphone is on. I hope you can hear me. We have 5 people here on YouTube, and we are trying something different tonight. And honestly, I don't know how this is going to work. So, first off, folks that are out there, welcome TVJ, welcome Willie Howe, welcome Jason's Lab. Let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. And then I'll kind of fill everybody into what's going on tonight. Of course, it wouldn't be Thursday Night Live without my glass of Malbec here. And I also have my Crystal Light Chaser there in the back. So as always, grab a drink, grab an adult beverage or a non-adult beverage and join the party. We're going to have some fun tonight, I think, because this is a total new workflow for me here this evening. I am trying some new softwares on a virtual machine. I'm trying some new web softwares as well to pull in comments. I'm doing comments a little differently. So anyway, make yourself comfortable. This is going to could be a little bit of a bumpy ride tonight. I don't know because I don't have my normal setup going with the Aaron Parecki chat plugin and all that. So let me come over to the comments and just start saying hello to people, and then we'll talk about kind of what's going on. So let's see, we have Jason's Lab here. Let me bring the key online. Thank you, Jason, for being here, and congratulations, my friend, on hitting 1,000 subs. Keep it up. First milestone of many. We wish you many, many more. TVJ, thank you, Jay. Thanks for letting me know you can hear me. Appreciate you being here. Terrell, hello, Terrell Conquerum. Thank you for being here again. I appreciate you for coming tonight. Again, thank you for being here, Jason, and thank you for letting me know it looks good, sounds good. Practical IT with Jeremy Like, looks good, sounds good. Thank you, Jeremy. Thanks for being here. Another great midweek news article or video this week. Awesome. I love those guys. Learn Blue Iris. Hey, Joe. Welcome for... Oops, I just dropped my headphones. Hold on. Well, there's the first blunder of the evening. I told you it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride this evening, but hey, what the heck? If you don't try new things, you don't grow, right? So anyway, thanks for being here, Joey. Appreciate you. Ashley from Capture the Concept. Ashley, thank you for being here. Ashley, that's your logo right here. I got some new shirts. I got some black tees and some gray tees. I opted to wear black tonight. It's also silk screened and not embroidered. It's just a much cleaner, sharper look. So again, Ashley's responsible for the Quik Tech Solutions logo and a couple of others that are here in the chat. So Ashley, thank you so much for being here. And if you guys need branding or some YouTube thumbnails or anything of the sort, go out to capturetheconcept.com and Ashley will take care of you. Zach N, good evening, Zach. Thank you for being here. You know it's serious when the glasses come on. It's because I'm 61 years old and I can't see these damn computer screens anymore. But anyway, you'll get there one day, my friend. You'll get there. You don't have to deal with that right now. Good evening, Unky Joe. Nice to see you here. I know you've been taking some time off due to the new gig. I hope that's going well. I appreciate you taking some time off from everything to join us this evening. David Grishko, thank you for being here as well. Appreciate you all the time for stopping in. Yes, Joe, you make me nervous. No, I just, they were attached to the chair and I don't know what happened. So I don't know if you're noticing, but before we go through the, continue going through the chat, a couple of things you should see differently. One, you should see the chat looks a little different, and we're going to talk about that in tonight's stream. As well as you can see, I'm actually looking down at the chat screen on another computer and not looking up like I typically do at my other monitor. So again, a couple of new things going on here this evening. So we'll get into that shortly. Ashley says it looks awesome. Love how the purple pops with the screen print. Yes, me too. And it actually looks good on the dark gray shirts as well. I thought the gray word, the word solutions in gray would get lost on the dark gray, but it doesn't. It looks really good. Am I going to sell the shirts? No, I don't think so. I really don't know that anybody would be interested in Quik Tech Solution merch, but you can convince me otherwise. But no, they were just for me in the studio. I usually do my videos in the polo shirts, and I usually go out on the jobs in polo shirts, but I decided to kind of do a more chillax kind of live stream environment. Notice the lights in the back aren't even as lit up. I have a more of a subdued scene this evening because it is the evening. So my thought process was primarily the tees for the live streams, the polos for the videos, and when I actually go out on site to real jobs. So yes, relaxing with Quik Tech Solutions, Thursday Night Live. Thank you all for being here. Cheers. Hey, Jonathan, Jess, whoever's there, thank you for signing in. Hello, hello, hello. Unky Joe says, I will buy one. Thank you, Unky Joe. And Jonathan's saying hello to Jess. So, okay, let me turn the key off the screen and kind of fill you in on what's going on this evening. So we have 6 of you here on YouTube, and we have 8 likes. So do me a favor and hit that like button. It really kind of helps out and lets YouTube know that you guys like what we're doing here on the channel. And you notice I said we have 16 concurrent viewers or 15 viewers or whatever it is. Now it's 16 here on YouTube. That's because tonight I'm trying something completely different that I've been wanting to try for a long time. I'm actually doing a dual stream out to YouTube and Facebook Live simultaneously. I really don't expect any viewers on Facebook, but it is live there if you want to check out the Quik Tech Solutions Facebook Live page. You should see the video live there as well. And not only trying to stream, well, attempting to stream to both platforms, I believe the stream is making it out there. And we're going to talk about that as well as far as how I'm doing this, because I'm not paying a restream service or anything of the sort. I'm doing it all in-house with virtual machines and some Linux programs. So, and I want to thank TVJ for turning me on to the solution that I'm using tonight. And we'll get into that in a second. So I'm streaming out to both platforms, Facebook and YouTube. And then in addition to trying that out with the virtual machines, I'm also trying to pull in the comments from both platforms using another piece of software, well, 2 pieces of software, socialstream.ninja and H2 Graphics. So we talked about, I said, if you notice, the graphics look a little different. And they look a little different because I'm using the actual H2 graphics to pull them in instead of the Aaron Parecki chat plugin. And Joe says, interesting, as the chat comes on, it's green for a minute. Yes, I noticed that, Joe. And I kind of haven't figured that out yet, but I'm just playing with this. I've been wanting to do this for the longest time. I did test the streaming out to YouTube and Facebook simultaneously together for TVJ about a month ago. Actually, I streamed to 3 locations. I streamed to YouTube, I streamed to Facebook, actually not actual real public streams, but private streams just to test it. And I also streamed to one of the SRT decoders here in the studio because TVJ was wondering if that was possible to get it to do, because I think he's looking for a similar setup in the church. Ever since I did that testing, I've been really psyched up about wanting to try this actual on a live stream, and I'm not sure how it's working, but it seems to be working okay. I see the YouTube comments coming in. I also see a Facebook comment there, so we'll pull that up on the screen too, and then we'll talk about how I'm streaming to both locations. We'll talk about how I'm pulling in the comments. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the stream. But the only reason that's been stopping me from wanting to do this is I realized that I can get out to YouTube and out to Facebook, but I thought the challenge was going to be compiling the comments and getting the comments into one central location. It would have been a real pain if I had to refer to the comments on the two separate platforms. Until I came across a video that John Barker did, and I subscribe. I have it licensed to his H2R Graphics, but I haven't used it. I've owned it for over a year. He came out with a video about a month ago on how to do exactly what I'm doing tonight, and that's compiling the comments from various platforms into one central location. And we'll talk about how that's being done as well. So because I was able to play with that and test it offline, I decided to go live tonight and give it a live test. The reason I said I don't know how this was going to work out is because on private streams, you can't, there's no comments. So I really didn't know until I went live tonight if the comments were going to actually populate as expected. So far, it looks like they are. So anyway, let's go. So now if you notice, I have the Learn Blue Iris comment up on the screen, and you notice it's tagged there in the lower left of the user icon, the profile icon, and you can see the little YouTube logo. So now if I bring up a Facebook comment, you can see now it's, tagged with the little Facebook logo. And thank you for testing the Facebook comments for me, Jay. I appreciate that. By the way, if you are popping over to Facebook, and how does the stream look and sound there? Like, again, I've never streamed to Facebook before. In fact, I was telling Jay a funny story and Joe earlier on the chat. I'm so used to the YouTube studio that when I went into Facebook to figure out the live there, the studio was, it was just so different. It's like an iPhone user not picking up an Android phone and not knowing what the heck to do, or vice versa, right? And that's how I felt in the Facebook studio. So I'm glad it seems to be working and we didn't have any major blunders. Right when we launched the stream, YouTube didn't come up. When I hit on air on the ATEM, right away the stream went out to Facebook, and I didn't see YouTube populating, and it took longer than normal. So I was about to start panicking. I was ready to hit the off air button, honest to God. And then all of a sudden I saw it. So I don't know if it's just the delay in the Nginx server sending the stream out to both locations or what, but in any event, it seems to be working. I'm pretty sure they're not in sync. So let me know if the YouTube stream is ahead or behind of the Facebook stream. I'd be curious. So Jason says, I'll grab a shirt too. I appreciate that. Hey, good evening, Brian Coates, Ashley, Joe, Jay, Tony. Hope you guys are all doing great. Well, I can speak for myself. I'm doing great with my mal back. I hope everybody mentioned is doing well, and I hope you're doing well as well, Brian. Hello there, Ashley. And there you are checking in from Facebook. Appreciate it. And Joe's saying hello to Brian. Hey, how are you? Thank you for being back. Let me put my glasses on so I don't mispronounce your name. I'll probably mispronounce your name anyway. Shafqat Ali, thanks, mate. It was right finding reference to the NAS motherboard is faulty. Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, I remember our correspondence this week about the drives not showing. So it ended up being a faulty motherboard. Awesome. Thank you for checking in on the live stream and giving me an update. I appreciate that. So that's part of the problem with buying used or refurbished. I'm not sure where you got the DS216 used from, but that's the chance you take, I guess. I'm sorry that happened to you, but at least now we know what the problem was. I like the look of this chat. You like the look of this chat. So yeah, I do too. I actually, when I first started using H2R Graphics early last year, it wasn't working for me, but I was tweaking it a little bit, trying to match the color theme and all that. And I do like it very much. So the link to Facebook, hold on, let me see if I can get that for you. Give me 1 second. I think Ashley found it. Where is it? Now, again, I'm not familiar with Facebook, so like the whole Facebook Live Studio. So I'm going to send you what they sent me as a preview link. I don't know if that's the actual live link that you're going to see, but here it is. If I can, there's so many screens on this little MacBook Pro desktop that I have here, but here's what I have. See if that'll take you to the live stream. Okay. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Blender number 2. Okay. Very good. Jay says, it looks and sounds exactly the same. Interesting. Very cool. And there's the link to Facebook. I don't know if I'm assuming that's the live link because that's all I see in the actual studio that's available. Okay. So I think I got through, believe it or not, all the comments. Let's talk about what's going on here. So, okay. I think the best way, let me diagram this for you, and then I'll show you some clips from the actual config files. Obviously, I can't take you into the config files live because I'll expose my streaming keys, and I don't know if it'll affect the stream or whatever, but let me launch a new tab and bring it up on the other monitor. By the way, I do like looking at the comments down here than rather looking up. It's just a lot easier on my neck and everything. But let me launch Draw.io. I'm taking a page out of Jay's book. Let me flip over to that screen. Hold on, let me see if I can do this correctly and get it into a super source. There we go. And okay, so that did work. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm streaming from the A10 Mini Extreme. I don't have the ISO, I just have the basic Extreme. I'm streaming RTMP from the A10 Mini Extreme to a Synology virtual machine. So let me just diagram this out and then I'll explain it as I'm going. Hopefully you guys can see this. So this is the A10. And then I'm streaming the A10 to, this is my Synology virtual machine. I'm running Ubuntu Server 2204. So this is a VM running on Synology. So I have the A10. I like this tool, Jay. Actually, I don't want that one though. I want just a single line. There we go. Okay, so that's better. All right, so the A10 is sending the stream to the virtual machine. The virtual machine is running two programs that I installed. First one is Nginx with the RTMP module. And it's also running Stunnel. And I didn't know what Stunnel was until Jay did his video or stream on it about 2 months ago. So if you're interested in learning more about what I'm doing tonight, I suggest you check out TVJ's channel because it's very informative and it got me up and running. Okay, so I have both VMs, one VM running, and Nginx is running on it as well as Stunnel. And then obviously we have the content networks, YouTube and Facebook, right? So this is, let's say that's YouTube and this is Facebook. Okay, so what's happening is the A10's sending the feed, the stream to the virtual machine. Nginx is taking it. And actually that's incorrect. Nginx is taking the stream from the virtual you know, it's the virtual machine, and it's taking the stream and it's sending it to, the hell am I doing here with this? Hold on. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. It's sending the stream directly to YouTube, but then it's also sending the stream over to Stunnel. And then from Stunnel, it's sending the stream out to Facebook. And the reason I'm doing this configuration is because Facebook requires RTMP-S. It doesn't accept RTMP anymore. I think that changed 2 years ago, maybe. I don't know. Joe, you could probably tell me exactly when that was. I want to say 2019 or 2020, but don't quote me 100% on that. So that's what's happening. Actually, we could move this workflow over like this a little bit more. So Nginx is taking it to the RTMP stream to YouTube. It's taking the secure RTMP over to Stunnel. Stunnel's converting it and then sending it out to Facebook. So that's what's happening. That's what I'm doing, and that's how I'm getting the stream into both places. So if I bring up if I bring up the Nginx.config file, hope you guys can see that. This is just the RTMP section of the config file. You can see the server's listening on port 1935. The application is called live on, record off. And then you can see here, right here, I'm pushing it to YouTube. And this is my stream key. Obviously, I have that blurred. And then the third line is the Nginx pushing it over to Stunnel on the same virtual machine. And you can see here, I have the Facebook stream key here. And then we'll take a look at the Stunnel config and we'll see what's in there. So we're pushing the RTMP stream to the same machine over to Stunnel on port 19350. Okay. And then the blue is here. I just have this commented out. This is the push to the SRT decoder that I used when I was testing for Jay last month. So that's pretty much it. It's not that difficult. Even somebody like me, a novice with the command line, can do stuff like this. And it's working. So I'm pretty psyched about that. All right. So that's the Nginx config. And then let's take a look at the, actually, let me leave that one up on the screen for a second and just move it over. I'll reference both. That squashed it too much. And then let's look at the Stunnel config. There we go. Let's bring it over. And that's fine. It's okay if I cover the stream keys here. And then in the Stunnel config, all this came as part of the stunnel.config file. And then you add this code or this text, these lines right here, FB-live, and then acting as the client, yes. Listening on port, the same port that you're pushing from Nginx, you're listening over here on Stunnel. And then this is the Facebook API. You could see port 443. So it's doing the conversion and then sending it out to Facebook. So that's how all that's happening. And it seems to be working pretty well. I haven't had any blips here. You guys can tell me. Okay, so we got 14 viewers on Facebook, 14 likes. So that's awesome. I'm, again, not so familiar with the Facebook Studio. I don't know if it tells me or not how many viewers. Let me see if there are any viewers at all. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look, to be honest with you. But I really don't care. I was just curious to if it was making it out there to both platforms and if that I was getting the comments coming in from both platforms. So that's kind of a look at what I'm doing and how I'm getting the stream out to both places. Let me go back to the comments and let me switch screens here. Let me do this one. Hold on. I like this one instead. There, that worked. Okay. All right. So we're back on the main screen. Yes, I have my glasses back on. Let me put the key back on so I can bring the graphics back up. The other nice thing I like about H2R Graphics is on the desktop that I'm looking at in the software, it actually lets me know exactly where I left off with the comments. I don't know if you've noticed previous streams using the other chat plugin, I sometimes would get lost and be like, where was I? This is working very well. I think I am becoming a convert. All right, so Joe's saying that the Facebook link that I put up was able to get him right in, and he doesn't have a Facebook account, so that's good. Facebook's about 10 seconds behind. Okay, good to know. Jay is saying Facebook is behind as well. Okay. Well, I would typically say that, you know, we're testing this. You guys are all helping me and giving me some feedback. I honestly don't think somebody's going to watch a stream on both platforms simultaneously like we're doing for this testing purpose. And I appreciate that you guys are giving me the feedback. Jeremy says about 1 to 2 seconds behind. That's not too bad. This is your new modem, Jeremy. Joe, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but okay. Maybe Jeremy knows. Good evening, Bob Carpenter. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. What is the overhead on the VMs? Good question. Let me just pull up the VM and I'll let you know. Let me get it. Let me get signed in and then I'll bring it over online. Let's see. Let me bring this up and switch it back over. Not bad. Not bad at all, really. Switch back over and get rid of the comments. Okay, so again, like I said earlier, I'm running Virtual Machine Manager on Synology. It's the DS1621 Plus. I got 32 gig of RAM in this machine. I'm running currently, I have 2 VMs running right now. I have a Cloudflare agent running on 1 VM, and you can see that it's only using 0.7 of the host PC, and the actual VM that's running Nginx and Stunnel also has a unified controller installed on it as well. It's running at 1.2%, the host CPU. So if I click on that, we can go down here. So one host CPU is at 1.5%, and the host memory, 8.29 gig out of 32. So really not that bad at all, I don't think. Again, I'm kind of new with all this stuff. So, I mean, I don't think that's bad, but you know, if you guys feel otherwise, please, feel free to educate me. Okay. So that's that. Thank you. That was a good question, Bob. I hope I answered it for you. Yes, Draw.io is awesome. I'm getting used to that. I've never used that before. So thank you. And yes, thank you, Bob, for putting up the creators that are here. That's a link to TVJ's channel. Fun fact, on Draw.io, they have all cloud service architecture icons. I use it for work all the time. If you want to test, type AWS Elemento. Interesting. I will in the search. Okay. And they also have network racks, and you can actually put stuff in the rack plan, how many rack units you need. Awesome. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to play with that. You should do a stream on that, Joe, and give everybody a demo. That's your forte, my friend. Facebook, 3 seconds behind. The Nginx Stunnel stream I did. Oh, thank you, Jay. Good. Thank you. Appreciate you for putting that in there. Jeremy got a new modem. Jeremy got a new modem due to slow speeds. Awesome. Hopefully it's better, Jeremy. Yes, I'm getting pretty solid 5 up and 50, 500 down and 50 up with the new cable modem. Awesome. For kicks, I asked Bing AI to make an Nginx config and forward to Stunnel. It did it on the spot. Is that right? It's everywhere. Ooh, I'm putting comments on. I didn't put the key on. See, blunder number 3 or 4. Okay. Okay, so I do apologize for not putting the other comments that I just went through. Anyway, so Bing AI, that's awesome. It's been all over. That's all I'm seeing. I'm getting emails today. I'm getting feeds on Facebook. It's like taking over the world. So that's awesome. I've been playing. I use it for creating descriptions for my videos, like to put in the video description. It helps, does a much better job than Tony can do. So cool. Let's see. We have anybody else? Yep. I caught myself chatting out on the air. Well, at least I didn't mute my mic. Thank you for putting Jeremy's channel up and Blue Iris. And I believe Bob, Jason's Lab is here as well. And Willie Howe is listening. So if you would be so kind. And Unky Joe is here as well. So, yep. Yeah, but I mean, it really does a pretty good job, though. Thank you, Bob. Awesome. Okay. No, but I tell you, I don't want to switch gears and get off on a tangent, but I definitely before I go spend another $1,300 on an extreme ISO, I would love to have my hands on one of the new consoles that were released today in the Blackmagic press release video. If you haven't seen it, go out to YouTube. Maybe Bob will put that, if he wants to put the, for those who are interested, the Blackmagic link in the comments. They released 2 new cameras today and 2 new consoles. And the price of the consoles, the Television Studios HD8 and HD ISO for $2,995 and $3,995 when you consider the price of the ATEM Extremes and all the features that these new consoles offer. It's just mind-boggling. I'm already starting to put my little piggy bank aside. Not that I need a console like that in the studio like this, but it's just another toy, and I love toys. Jeremy says, I've used Chat GPT to create new titles and for a handful of videos. Yep, it really does help. You asked Bing AI who I was, and it knew. That's interesting. Jason's Lab, thank you, Bob. And Willie Howe, thank you, Bob. Awesome. Okay, let's see if I can diagram out for you guys. How we doing here? Let me see. Let me just bring this back to the screen here. I'm sorry, you're not seeing what I'm doing. Okay, we still got about the same amount of people here, so thank you. Thank you guys for sticking in there with me on this. Again, I really had no idea how this was going to go, and this is very uncharacteristic for Tony to just take a leap of faith live. I do like, as Joe knows, I do like to prep. I do like to dot all my I's and cross all my T's before I do anything live. But yeah, I figured, what the heck, you know, I'm testing it. You guys all know me. I'm comfortable with everybody. So what? If it screws up, it screws up. At least we tried. Okay. And let me just pop this on the screen real quick. And Bob thinks that's the link to the Blackmagic video. So thank you, Bob, for taking care of all this. Appreciate you. Speaking of Bob, Bob's been sending me a bunch of stuff via Signal about a month ago, I think. Again, not to get off on a tangent, but about a month ago, Bob sent me a link to an article. I think it was on the Streamable, and it was about not Facebook, Netflix starting to crack down on the credential sharing. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but if you have Netflix accounts, you probably are well aware. I read the article a month ago, so forgive me if I don't know all the facts, but I think it was something to the effect of they're obviously cracking down on the credential sharing, and I believe they're requiring, in an effort to crack down, I believe they're requiring people to check into the home base or at least sign on to Netflix in the home base once every 30 days in order to maintain their account. So that's pretty interesting. So anyway, thought I'd throw that out there to you as well. All right. TVJ says, yes, Bob, that's the link. Excellent. Thank you, Bob. And Bob's saying at TVJ does it all the time, jumps right in. Okay. All right. So let me grab a quick sip of my Crystal Light. Hold on one second. Awesome. All right. So what do you guys think about the mood lighting, the way the studio's lit up for the evening live streams? Let me know your thoughts on that. Kind of like it for this kind of situation. So anyway, all right, let me bring you back to the other screen. And this time I'll leave myself off camera. And let me get rid of all this stuff. Is there a way to, yep. All right, so as far as how I'm pulling in the comments, so I'm using socialstream.ninja combined with H2R Graphics. I'm going to flowchart it for you, and then I'm going to actually try to get you behind the scenes on the laptop and show you what I'm talking about in the flowchart. So it starts off with a browser extension from socialninja.com. I don't remember the guy's name who actually developed it, but it's not in the Chrome store. So to install it, you have to actually have the developer mode turned on in Chrome. So, but it starts off with the browser with the extension. I'm going to say extension equipped browser. I don't know why I'm saying this, but anyway. So it starts off with Chrome with the Social Stream Ninja browser. Again, not a browser. Well, it does start off with an extension equipped browser. So it starts off with the browser with the socialstream.ninja Chrome extension installed. And then from there, how it works is you open up, let me just grab this. You open up the pages in the browser for the platforms that you wish to capture the comments. So for example, I'm doing YouTube and Facebook. We'll go out to socialstream.ninja's page. In fact, Bob, if you want to put that in the comments, it's socialstream.ninja, and you can see there all the different platforms that it supports. Right now, I'm just using two, YouTube and Facebook. So we got YouTube, we got Facebook, and once you have the browser extension installed, when you launch those pages in the Chrome browser, the socialstream.ninja extension already has access to those pages. So to trigger socialstream.ninja to start capturing the actual comments, you have to pop out the YouTube chat, and they say pop out the Facebook chat too. I found that I didn't have to pop out the Facebook chat. I just had to go to the Facebook live page that the stream was on, click on comments, and without popping it out, it will start pulling in the comments. So then from there, what happens is once you pop out the comments on the two browser pages, then you launch a third page right from within the extension. And I'll show you all this. You launch the socialstream.ninja extension, and it opens up another browser window. And what it does is it starts to pull the comments from YouTube and the comments from Facebook into one web page. So I can show you that, and I'm going to show you all this in a second. But then from there, how do I get it on screen so I can show it to you in the live stream like I've been doing tonight? From there, I'm using the program called H2 Graphics. And H2 Graphics has, John added a HTTP listener option to the H2 Graphics. So when you set H2 Graphics to the listening mode, it generates a URL for you that you then install in the Social Stream extension, so that it's Social Stream sends all of the compiled comments from that web page over to H2 Graphics, which is listening for them. So it seems to be working out pretty cool. So that's kind of the flow chart for what's going on with the comments. So let me switch back over now to just me for a second. And I just got to change I got to switch over to the MacBook Pro and change my display settings to mirror so that I could show this to you. Okay, that's that. And then you're about to see the mess on my laptop screen. So that didn't work. There we go. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Right now you're just looking at H2 Graphics, but let me pull up everything else that's off screen. Sorry if it's small, but what's happening here is we have, first let me get into, let me think. So there's the stream on YouTube, and I have the chat popped out, and that should be somewhere. That's right here. So once you pop the chat out on YouTube, socialstream.ninja will start pulling that in. And then if you go to Facebook Live, where is the chat comments? If you click on comments here, it should, once you click on the comments and then it shows the comments here, it should start pulling, it should trigger socialstream.ninja to start pulling in the comments from Facebook. So if you look up here in the corner, I have the extension installed, and I'll show you where and how to install that. Right here where it says streaming chat dockable, you click on this link, and this link opens up this page right here, which is just a compilation of Facebook and YouTube chats. Although the funny thing is I'm not seeing the Facebook chats appear on this page, but yet they are coming in to H2 Graphics. So that's interesting. And I have found some quirky things with this. Like this is one of them. Oh no, there's a Facebook chat right there. There's TVJ, there's Ashley Ann, there's TVJ again. So there's just predominantly all YouTube chats. I just didn't see them mixed in there. But a couple of the other, another quirk I found, which is not happening tonight, and I'm kind of happy about that. So, but I'll explain that in a minute. So here are all the combined chats coming in from both platforms. Now, again, if you had other platforms as well, they'd all be pulled in here, as I showed you. So the key is popping out the chat for each platform, or going to the chat for each platform, and then launching the extension here. Well, I'm already there. Actually launching the extension here using the streaming chat link, and it launches, again, this page. And then from here, they're all compiled in this web page. Then we go into H2R Graphics, and I'm on the social tab for H2R Graphics, and here they all are right here. And you could see I was talking earlier about the fact that it lets me know where I left off. You could see this one is the one from Bob is outlined. So I know that when I pick up with the next chat to put on screen, I'm actually going to start here. And I just select the chat here, and then obviously I turn on a key on the ATEM, and I have that whole setup, and it brings it on screen, overlaying it. So that's how that works. And I thought that was pretty cool. So let me just switch back and see what you guys are all chatting about. And then I need to reset my preferences so I could bring the chat back. So let me get rid of all this stuff on my other screen. Let me change my display preferences, and hopefully I didn't screw things up with the chat working by doing showing you what I just showed you. Hope not. So we'll see. We don't want to mirror. But we do want to open the display on monitor 2. Come on, there we go. And I need to get back to the rundown. No, that's not the run. Bear with me 1 second, guys. This is going a little bit better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a real bomb, to be honest with you. Okay, so I think I got everything working again. Let me see if I can get the chat back on the screen. Yep. Okay. So let's see what you guys are all chatting about. I didn't look at the camera when I drank. I'm sorry, Joe. Here. Cheers. Okay. All righty. Jeremy says, I like the lighting. It's chill for an evening stream. Yes. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. That's what I was kind of trying to achieve. So anyway. Bob's chatting with Joe. Did I say face blue? I must have. Oh, well. I like the lighting. Would like even darker. Really? Okay. Ay. There you go. Oh, my God, you guys. Good point, Bob. See that? There's that Canadian education shining through again. Hey, Michael Berg, thanks for joining. Hey, Michael. So I don't know if this is going to be a stream that would be of interest to you, but we have been talking about streaming to multiple platforms, not using a pay service, but using Nginx and Stunnel. We've been talking about compiling the comments from both platforms into socialstream.ninja and H2R Graphics. So if you think that's something that might be of interest to you, it's a learning curve for me. So I'm not an expert at it, but I've been tinkering with it, and I was excited to share it and kind of show everybody what I put together. So anyway, yep, that's. I'm pretty sure that name sounds familiar. That's it, Bob. Thank you. Yeah, no, I know, Jay. I'm sorry. Interesting fun fact, huh, Joe? Yeah, yeah. If we take a look, maybe we'll go out and look at the social stream page. It pulls from a lot of different platforms. I did. Oh my gosh. It was chat AI, how about? Huh, Joe? Oh my God. Face red, droopy eyes. Oh my God, he's putting all this stuff up. And I'm putting it up too. Why am I doing that? All right. Thanks for the recap. Yep, absolutely, Michael. Thank you for stopping in and being here. Almost approved at the JAU. What was it the other night on JStream? We came up with JAU. Joe approved unit. Yep. Awesome. So anyway, I can't sign off before I mean, I got 5 minutes left to go. So anyway, no, the emojis are turning into text is what I'm trying to tell you. Seriously? But anyway, one of the other quirks I was mentioning, and Michael Berg, I don't mean to use you as an example, but it's happening to you. So you can see I have Joe's chat on the screen. It's coming in from YouTube, and it is showing his profile pic. Let me see if I can go back real quick and find a Facebook. There's not many people viewing or commenting from Facebook. There we go. If I do the Facebook chat on the screen, you can see that TVJ's logo is showing. But then, fortunately, it's not happening a lot. It's happening to Michael on YouTube. Well, now see, it's showing Michael's on screen, but it's interesting. It's not showing Michael's on my desktop screen in H2R Graphics. And this was happening a lot. Let me see. There's another one from Michael. Yep. And it's showing okay on screen, but it's not showing on my desktop. So I'm not sure what that's about, but when I started testing this last week, it was not showing any of the YouTube chat icons, user icons on my desktop or on the screen. Now, I know I said earlier you can't test with a private stream, but what I was doing was just going out to other live streams and popping out their chats just to see how this, learn how this all worked. So, and maybe that had something to do with it because I was pulling in somebody else's stream. I don't know, but none of the YouTube chats were showing up. Facebook was fine, but not the YouTube. Let's see. Joe's saying, look at the YouTube chat, not H2R. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Huh. I wonder. That's wild. Yeah, and I see it now. Interesting. Well, now that's interesting, Joe, because I can't say it's happening because of the socialstream.ninja extension because it's hitting YouTube before. In that, if you think about that workflow, let me go back to it for 1 second. Let me get the comments off the screen. Unless I'm missing your point completely. But if you think about this workflow right here, YouTube chat is open. YouTube chat is open before it's those chats, those messages got to get to YouTube before being pulled by social streams. So I'm not sure what that's about. But anyway, while I have this screen on live, let me go to socialstream.ninja. And you can see here, yep, that's the guy, Steve. Yep. Supports supports live automated two-way chat messaging with Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Zoom, and dozens more. And it includes the chat overlay, which is what we're using. And here's all the supported sites right here. I don't know if you guys took a look at the link that Bob posted earlier, but you could see like Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Workplace, Zoom. Some of these I have. Workplace.com I've never heard of. Owncast, Crowdcast, Livestream.com, Mixcloud, MS Teams, Vimeo. Yeah, tons. Instagram Live, InstaFeed, TikTok, WebEx Live, LinkedIn, Video Ninja, obviously. WhatsApp, Discord, Telegram, Slack, Google Meet. Oh my God, the list goes on. I'm not going to read them. I didn't realize there was more at the bottom of the list. So go check out socialstream.ninja if you think you have a use for something like this. It's pretty interesting. So to install it, because it's based on the Chromium browser and it supports WebRTC according to what it says here, you must download, extract, and load the browser extension manually because it's not yet available in the store, like I said earlier. So if you go to the Chrome extensions, I don't have it loaded on this machine because this is not the machine that I'm using, but you come up to the right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner where it says developer mode, turn that on. And then you see here where it says load unpacked pack extension or update. You would just click on load unpacked extension and then go search for it, wherever you downloaded it from, and then just select it and it installs. So it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple to do. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys tonight. We'll go back to the chat one last time, see what you guys are chatting about. Yes, Bob, that's correct. That's him, Video Ninja and all that. Yep, it used to be OBS Ninja, then it became Video Ninja. Yeah, I don't know. The tool is pretty cool. Never heard of Social Stream. Yeah, me either before I saw John Barker's video. All right, so we did make the JAU requirement, so I'm not too worried about that. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share or say? I don't know. Let me see what's coming up as far as videos. Saturday, I'm releasing just another follow-up to the Synology video that I did last week. Last week I did, what was it? The create the local networks on the Synology SRM 1.3 RT6600 AX router. This week, take that a step further and we dove into the firewalls. That's what this week's video is going to be about. So if you have an interest in that, check it out. Trying to think what other videos are coming down the pike. Trying to stick to that goal I made of doing multiple live streams in a month. So I said I was going to do a live stream like this myself, my regular live stream, and then the live stream in between. I was going to try to do that interview format live stream. So next month, if you don't mind me promoting it, Ash, I am going to have Ashley on from Capture to Concept. We're going to chat about Ashley's new venture, and she may even create a graphic and rip it apart and talk about the thought process. Rip it apart, create a graphic ahead of time, rip it apart on screen for you, and talk about the thought process that goes into a creative design, like only Ashley can do. So I'm excited about that. I think we have a preliminary date. Let me look at the calendar real quick. I think the preliminary date with the interview with Ashley and Capture the Concept is March 23rd at 8 p.m. So that should be a fun live stream and a fun interview, and like to see some of Ashley's talents live at work. So that'll be pretty cool. And then I'm just going to keep thinking about topics and inviting folks on and in the future and try to keep this going. So Let me see it, Joe. Let me bring that screen. So that's a good question, Joe. Is the stream to Facebook the same bitrate and resolution? I thought that I'm streaming 1080, right, from the ATEM, and I know it's going out to YouTube 1080, but doesn't um, Facebook cap it at 720? So aren't they downscaling it? That's my thought. Now I could be wrong. Does anybody know? Put it in the comments. Let me know. How much is RAM for the Synology? Let's go take a look. Let's switch over to, let me get the comments off the screen. I know what Joe's doing. He's trying to keep me on. That's a tactic that we guys employ periodically. Synology. Now you're going to pay a lot more for Synology RAM, but let's just see what we got. I don't use Synology RAM here. Like if you take a look, like a 16 gig DIMM is $326, which is absolutely ridiculous. What do I have in my 1621? Hold on, let me find out. I got to just go back and let's see. Is it the Crucial or did I return that one? It's either Kingston or Crucial. Let's see. Crucial. I guess it's the Crucial. I have the two 16 gig in there, and that is $52 for the 2/8. So it cost me about $100 to put the 32 gig in there. So it's not horrible, Joe. Not horrible. So yes, I did. And I will tell you, you're probably not going to be all that thrilled because it's so easy. Synology makes it so easy. I mean, like compared to what you do, Bob, with PF Sense. But that's what I love about Synology. It puts a lot more control in the hands of the non-techie home user. Like I mentioned at the closing of the video today when I was done recording it, that it took me, I had the darnest time wrapping my head around the edge router firewall with the in direction, the out direction, the local direction. It takes a little, that took a little getting used to. Once you grasp that concept, it's easy to understand, but in and out, you would think the opposite. Like you think in is out and out is in, and it just takes quite a while to get used to. So compared to that, the Synology firewall is like super user friendly. Oops, chat on the screen. There we go. Blunder number 5. Mentioned that I might get a backup when any updates. No, at this point, I saw the video on the T-Mobile 5G. Verizon in my area is offering T-Mobile 5G internet plans starting at $25 if you already have like a Verizon account, certain 5G plans. So I really haven't done much more. I'm also considering, because I have fiber, I have gigabit symmetrical fiber now coming to the house. And I'm considering, I really don't want to get a 5G secondary. I'd rather get a traditional like cable provider, ISP. So Spectrum offers, I think it's 500 down and 50 up, maybe 20 up. I'm not sure, in this area for about $49 a month. I may do that. I'm trying to convince myself, like, do I really need it or do I just want it? I mean, I've been here 14 months now, and aside from the one time when the landscapers cut the fiber, or not the landscapers, the city workers cut the fiber in the street a couple of months ago, which is human error. Aside from that, it's been nothing but stable. So, let's see. Oops, wrong mouse. Can I have Starlink in my community? Well, let's find out. All right. So I know it just came to my buddy who's a little bit more rural than I am. He's out in Burgaw, which is about 45 minutes to an hour from here. So let's look at the zip. Oh, let's see. So it actually came up with, let's see. Oh, so I thought it was looking for the zip code. So it's looking for the actual address. I don't want to put my address on screen. So let me do that off screen and I'll let you know. I just assume type in the zip code, but it's actually asking for the full address. So I'll let you know in a second, Joe. Yeah, it looks like it's available here, which I'm kind of surprised that it is. But anyway, yep. So I can, to answer your question. Okay. Yes, I can't wait either. That should be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. And then Brian's having a conversation with TVJ about the issues with the broadcast towers, with all the icing and everything going on with the storm that's traveling across the country. Yeah, Jay, are you? Let us know. Could be a good topic for your next Monday's live stream. Just what is in that wine glass? Yeah, I know. Bob, this is Tony. This is what you see is what you get. I am who I am. So, but it's honestly, it's Malbec. Let me answer that in a way where if I didn't look for it, but you know where my place was in Ocean Isle, people down in Ocean Isle in the complex there, yes, absolutely, were able to see it. 100%. Really? Oh, that's good to know. I thought they compressed it down, Joe, to 720. I didn't think. So, oh, thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. I didn't think, Joe, that they streamed at 1080. Good to know. So my brother-in-law is just texting me that the local collegiate men's basketball team is in their second to final home game and they just won. Awesome. Yay. We're going Saturday night. We have tickets to the final game. TVJ saying, nope, we just got rain. Oh, bummer, Jay. No topic for Monday's live stream. Thanks for the tip on the RAM. When I looked last, I saw Synology RAM and said F. Yeah, right, exactly. Now you I don't know what you have, what you're going to get, but you can do. Now listen, Synology wants you to use their RAM. Okay, you may get, well, some of it won't work. To be honest with you, I think it was reason I mentioned Kingston when I was going through my Amazon orders was I think I originally ordered Kingston and put it in and it did not work. The device would not boot. I sent it back. I got the Crucial. It booted. It's been working fine ever since. I mean, I think I did that video at the time. I put it in the DS920. Now it's in the 1621 Plus, but I think that's over a year and a half ago because I was still in the temporary studio when I did that video on the installing the unsupported RAM in the Synology NAS. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily void your warranty, but if there's an issue, Synology might not help you. It depends on who you get. Like when I had back in May of this year, May of 2022, when I had the issue with the active backup for business, bare metal restore of a Synology NAS, when it was in beta, when I had that whole ticket going, and you guys remember that probably, I did a live stream on it, on their support being great at that for that particular incident. The support person told me, he's like, we could see that you have more than the max RAM in the machine. Can you do us a favor so we can troubleshoot it with you? Can you remove it and just put it back down to what it came from with the factory? So I caught a cool guy there. I mean, I could have had somebody else who was like, you know what? It's not supported. We're not helping you. So you got to be careful with that. But for the most part, you should be fine. What is that right angle XLR cable for your mic? I think I need one of those. To be honest with you, Joe, I don't know what brand it is. It came with the Audio-Technica 4040, the condenser mic that I had, and I just liked the look of it, so I used it with the RE320. Yeah, they're nice. I just don't like the straight look out the back. That's just a personal preference. Ah, so okay. So Facebook is defaulting to 720, but lets me choose 1080. Well, that's good to know. Again, guys, I've never streamed live to Facebook. Like again, the studio was like so foreign to me when I went in there, because again, I'm so used to the YouTube studio. So you know, all the feedback that you're sending me, I'm learning. So thank you. I did not know. I just thought it was 720, and I could be confusing that with StreamYard, because I know StreamYard on the plan that I'm paying for is 720p. Brian says, I drove through Toledo last night about going going home from work, was thinking of you and the ice. Glad to hear it was no big deal. Yeah, me too. I'm glad there was no issues. Oh, I see, Joe. Yeah, I mean, they have, I can't see them not allowing us to do that. They DirecTV, Dish Network, they put their dishes on the roofs. So that shouldn't be an issue. They can't prevent you from having an antenna for getting like local broadcast TVs, from what I understand. I doubt that they would be able to differentiate a Starlink dish from a satellite dish, like a satellite TV company's dish. Spectrum is $79.99 a month. Yeah, I think that's a promo, Jay, that I looked at. It's like $49 for I think the first year, and then I don't know what it goes to. So there you go. We got ice where I'm at. Jeremy says the power flickered once and my roof started leaking. Oh, that's not good. Ugh. Hope it didn't leak over where your studio and all your equipment is, Jeremy. So anyway, I think we are all caught up. We still got 15 people here, 16 likes. So that's awesome. I wish there was a way I could see what's happening on Facebook, but realistically, I know it's you guys anyway. I don't think I just drew any random people, but you would think it would show you. I'm there. Oh yeah, there's one viewer on Facebook. So anyway, but I'm glad to know that it works though. I really am. I'm happy this worked out. Again, new setup, an additional PC, an additional input needed on the ATEM. Just different things. It was just a new learning experience for me this evening. So I'm kind of glad it went as well as it did. I really thought I was going to like bomb tonight. So anyway, and then Joe says to Jeremy, leaking on you during a stream would be very entertaining. Joe. Ay. All right. Let's see what we got. I did a great job. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Joe. And Jeremy says, thankful not in my office studio. So, all right. With that, I am going to wrap it up. I am going to say thank you all for being here tonight, sticking in there with me. I hope you liked the stream. I hope you enjoyed what I shared with you. Hats off to TVJ for making me aware of Stunnel. I was aware of Nginx with RTMP. I have already built an RTMP server in a Docker container on Synology, so I was familiar with Nginx. I did not know about Stunnel and that it could be used for converting the RTMP over to secure RTMP or TMPS. So thank you, Jay. Again, go check out Jay's channel if you want to learn more about how that combination works. I'm glad this worked tonight. I'm glad to see the Facebook thing work. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to have this last drink on all of you. And maybe I'll think about the shirts. I don't know. I never thought anybody would be wanting to wear a Quik Tech Solutions shirt, but you learn something new every day. So with that note, I'm going to say to everybody, thank you all for being here. Please be safe out there, especially if you're in the path of that god-awful storm. Once again, thank you all. Enjoy you. I will catch all your streams and your videos. And like I say at the end of every live stream, we'll see you all next time.